Hello, hello, hello. Good morning. Of course, I'll get a text message. Let me make sure this is okay. Hey, Rick Wamball, what's up, bro? How you doing? Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I genuinely appreciate you. You always coming in showing love, bro. Thank you so much for that. When I get bigger, I got you, bro. Like bigger as far as YouTube. We're losing weight over here. Hey, Bell Bits and Pieces, how you doing? Uh, oh, I'm having oh, I'll show you. I'll show you. Didn't see the thumbnail? um, responding to a couple of text messages. There's a couple of people at the hospital. I'm taking call tonight from 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. And then if I don't work, Lord willing, I'll be playing tennis tomorrow morning because I was supposed to be playing tennis this morning, but it didn't work out. But it's okay. It's all right. One moment, guys. I'm just making sure I wanna send the right text messages. You know, I just don't get people. Let me see. Because you tell me about these cases, but it doesn't concern me at the moment. Lap happy. Okay. Hope everybody is doing well this morning. Uh, free. Whatever, yo. Okay, then she said, so it's been epic with the million dress. I don't understand these people. Anyway, thank y'all for coming in. Hello, hello. Did you get my message on Facebook? It might have gone into others. I didn't get any messages. Beth, I'm sorry. Beth, I didn't get any messages. Hold on one second. I promise you I haven't gotten any messages from you. Because I know it says you followed me, but I haven't gotten messages. You know what I'm saying? Let me look on Facebook Messenger. Mm-mm. I'm not trying to be funny and show y'all, but the last thing I got was from my brother-in-law, Jamon Jr. I mean, Jamon Sr., not Jamon Jr. Jamon Sr. I don't have anything for you, Beth, but I know you started following me. Let me see if I can look into the channel. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Please smash the thumbs up. Hey, Blessings Hot Topics. Hey, Crystal. Crystal, you got your teeth. What we having? Okay, so I'm having we're having. I got some toast here. Let me put this. I toasted some low carb bread, and then I have, oh God, hold on 1 second. I'm making a mess. I feel like it's hot. Thank God it's still hot. Bacon. And then I got these tortilla shells with some cheese. Hey, Shantirement. It has American cheese on it. The shells itself are like mission balanced. They're zero net carbs. And the cheese, I did half a slice of American cheese, and one slice is 2 net carbs. So half is 1. So one slice of bread is 1 carb. So we add 1, 2. The bacon is 0. So far we're at 2. Was 0 for the shells. All these shells are 0, but the cheese itself we're gonna do 1 because I had half a slice. So we're at 3 net carbs so far. Hey Najee, we're at 3 net carbs, and then we have some eggs that I made, and the eggs are 0 net carbs. So we'll do that. Thank God it's still kind of hot because I don't know how. Najee, you was talking about milk. I don't know how they really just set it up and do it. Cause I'm like, this food gotta be cold. What it is, they have assistants. They got assistants, and then I'm having some more Saratoga, sprinkling. Hey, what the hell are you talking about? Saratoga sparkling water. And forgive me because it makes me burp. It fizzes. I think I keep saying Peach McIntyre drink that, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, how does she drink it and not burp? Looks good. And I got this here. Okay. Oh, I gotta get the butter. Crap. 1 second. Because we're gonna butter the toast. So yeah, no potatoes. Because those are carbohydrates. This is the butter here. I keep it in this, and I keep it like on the stove, because when I do cook in the oven or on the stove, it just makes it. I love the room temperature butter. Wow, I didn't know about sugar-free. Yeah, and it's good too. Look, this ain't none of this sponsored, but I don't talk about this, and I ain't just gonna sit up here and parade around. And when I like talking about bread or food or this or any like type of edible thing, if it ain't good, like crumble cookies, hell no. They be hitting me up. I promise you, they be all in my Google account. Oh, do a collaboration. Hell no, because your cookies are nasty. And I know, but if people like it, they like it. I don't like it. Everything that I want to talk about, review, or maybe like collab with and do integrations and all that stuff, I want to really enjoy the food. I want to enjoy what I'm talking about. So y'all know I love lobster, but my ass can't be having that right now. And y'all, so I take the sugar-free jam. I take my jam and I actually put it on. Like I'm gonna make a breakfast burrito. Like I said, minus the potatoes. Because that's carbohydrates, and I'm only going to take a little bit of this because I'm not going to lie. You look at this. Yes, it's sugar free, but it's 5 carbs in here. Okay, 5 carbs per 2 tablespoons. Oh, I'm sorry, 5 carbs per 1 tablespoon. So I don't want to be as generous, and also I just need a little bit of sweetness. I don't need a whole lot. So I'll take maybe like probably like a teaspoon, but we still gonna say. I'm gonna put this at, you see how much jam I got here on these here? I'm gonna say that's 2 carbs. So we got 2 carbs, the cheese is 1, so that's 3, 4, 5. So right now we're at just 5 net carbs. Yeah. And then like far as like something sweeter like dessert wise, I'm gonna make like my homemade like iced caramel coffee. But it's y'all know I don't do coffee. I'm gonna do a cafe latte premier protein shake, and then I put it on ice, and then I have the Smucker sugar free caramel syrup. I'm only gonna do a little bit of that, just a little bit of that in there, and then I have like the Great Value Walmart brand whipped cream. So anyway, I'm gonna pray. Say my grace. Amen. 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 Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so we're gonna take a little bit of this, a little bit of the eggs. Now I've done this before when I was in the hotel, because the hotel that I'm staying in, so they have like this what am I trying to say? They have the the stove tops, the skip, the stove top, the stove, the warmers, Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't know. Um, you're right. Real doughy and raw inside. Yeah, Najee, they're disgusting. I said they should. It's almost like cake wise, but they should just be like crumble cakes or something, and then make a cake. Maybe if they really focus on that or like cupcakes or something, it may be better. But they're not. It's too much going on for a cookie. I think these places need to just these businesses, in my opinion. I don't have my own like business as far as like cookies and all that stuff, but just keep it simple. And some of you have simple cookies, like I know there are some places I've eaten in the past, like gourmet donuts and stuff, and they it works, but they have a foundation. I feel like crumble cookie just doesn't. I don't know. The taste is just very strange. But thanks so much. Thank y'all. Okay, I'm gonna look at this because the phone I can touch my phone here. Blessings, hot topics. How you doing? Thank you for saying it looks good. I promise y'all. Look, it ain't nasty. It ain't nasty now. Okay, I'm gonna bite into one of my. I got this crispy bacon here. Mmm. Y'all, that's good. Mm-hmm. The strawberry jam. Mm, so good. What y'all gonna eat for breakfast? Mm-hmm. Hickory smoked bacon. Mm. Oh, and the butter is zero carbs too. Damn, that's some good bread, y'all. I must say, hero bread is even better. But that bread is not. That bread does not miss. Okay, it does not miss out. You're fasting, Najee. That's awesome. That is amazing. Fasting is so great. Hmm. And intermittent fasting is also good too. Um, it's Gamma's World. She's been doing that, and she's lost some. She's lost. She's in the double digits of the way she's lost, which is impressive because it's not easy, y'all. You know, sometimes we don't give ourselves enough grace. We beat ourselves down, right? I'm not saying that Gamma's doing it or anybody. I'm just talking about myself, even though I'm saying we. But um, you find yourself, you know, just doing that. But it's like we don't gain a lot of weight just overnight. It takes a lot of time to gain weight. I mean, now I can probably look at some food and gain weight, but real talk, it does take a while to gain weight. So it's gonna take a while to lose it. Just just step by step, and try and fight those urges. But don't deprive yourself of everything, but just really, I think my key is to stay active. So we're going to be very active today. Y'all will see. I will um, be in and out, maybe lives or doing videos, dancing, walking, tennis. I want to go to the tennis court. Like I said, I do start call in the PM, so I have to be careful, but I'm gonna probably go to the tennis court too, like around 5, 6 o'clock. That's right beside the hospital, where I can actually just walk to the hospital, just in case I get called in. Because I'll be taking calls from 6 p.m. tonight to 7 a.m. in the morning, and then I'm supposed to be playing tennis tomorrow at 9:30. If I don't work all morning, because I can sometimes you can work to the end of your shift, which would be 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I'll be depleted. I wouldn't be no good for tennis unless he wants to push it like into like the late afternoon or the early evening tomorrow. But I doubt it because he plays in the morning. And y'all know this is zero net carbs. So sparkling water. Hey, Shonda V, you made me come out the bushes. I'm hungry. Happy New Year, Shonda V. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, Chef Tracy. Good morning. Good morning to you. Thank y'all for giving me a thumbs up. We're having, just a simple breakfast. I'm having like my homemade low carb breakfast burritos. I don't have any. I got cheese, bacon, actual bacon, not turkey bacon. No shade of turkey bacon, but I have actual hickory smoked bacon, eggs, cheese, American cheese. Then I put like a little salt and pepper in it, just a little salt but more pepper. And then I have these low carb, zero net carb tortilla shells, flour tortilla shells. Um, and I have the Smucker sugar free strawberry preserves, strawberry jam. Mm, mm, mm. It's so good. Mm. Man, the bacon is nice and crispy. And then I'm gonna have my version of the iced coffee, which y'all know I don't do coffee. I don't. But that cafe latte, mm, mm. It's just so good. That protein shake. I've been drinking that for a while. Even before trying to lose weight, I like those protein shakes. Lots of protein, 30 grams of protein, 3 net carbs. I don't even have the whole little carton of it. I do like half of it, but then the sugar free caramel syrup. So it's like an iced coffee, type thing. Because I really don't do coffee, but if I do it, I'll get a caramel iced coffee. I've had that, a few times in my life, but not a whole lot. It just kind of like, makes my stomach hurt. But the cafe latte premier protein shakes, they don't make my stomach hurt, and I thank God for that. And so yeah, that's what I do. I make it. I'll make it on live too. I'll make it. I'll watch. I'll let y'all see me make it. Well, it's just like pouring the things into the cup and all that. I got the chunks of ice in the freezer. Of my well, in the fridge, and because I used the thing on the door. Life with Shoshana, you had me. I know I had you laughing about. I said I keep hearing these noises in the living room. Well, it was actually the kitchen because that damn this refrigerator, which is super nice. I love those Whirlpool, refrigerators and stuff, but it's a little too fancy for me. Give me. I told y'all, like I want my dream car would be the Denali with the manual windows, where you can roll up, roll down. I love that. And plus you be getting a workout every time. But give me the ice trays in a heartbeat. I don't care for the it's so convenient, but it not that it's crazy loud, it's just I'm not like a deep sleeper, even though I sleep like a baby, but it's not like crazy loud, but it's like when the ice starts to form and then it falls and stuff inside, whatever it does, it always like catches me off guard. And I'm like, what is that? Because it's you never can be too sure. I understand mine make the same noises, right? It's crazy. Hey, Nunu, good morning. Thank y'all so much. If you guys have not already, double tap the screen. We're vertical live stream, so you guys can double tap the screen, double tap the screen, and that allows for you guys to give me a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. We want lots of thumbs up for everybody. We're having some toast. I got some toast with butter on it, and I got bacon, eggs, bacon, egg, and cheese, and I have this sugar-free strawberry preserves from Smuckers, which I've been eating that a whole lot too. And I got peanut butter. Now the peanut butter ain't nothing fancy about my peanut butter, but peanut butter in itself is not that many carbs. But the honey one is. But I don't have a honey peanut butter. I just have a regular peanut butter, and I can make peanut butter sandwiches with the bread, and then it's not as many carbohydrates as a regular sandwich. So that's also can be a snack too. It's just things that for me, it's just I try to make whatever work. Do I miss some grits? Hell yeah, I miss grits. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I know I can't have those grits because the grits have more carbohydrates and all that stuff in it. So I wanna eat less carbs. I wanna intake more protein and less carbohydrates, and that's how I lose weight. Mm-mm. Y'all, no kidding, it's so good. Mm-mm. It's really good. I got one more. I just got a simple tortilla shell. There's no carbohydrates in this. It's no carbs in this, but the cheese has the carbs. So I got one slice of American cheese, and I split it in half. So this is I split it in half, and I put it on all three of the shells. So that's one carbohydrate for the cheese. So like when I make this here, I'll say this for the toast. Y'all know I'm from Mississippi. We eat with our fingers, and my fingers are very clean. Okay. But you always get somebody watching in the background like that nasty mofo. And I got more bacon too. I got more bacon, and I got more eggs. But I just cook enough, for me, because ain't nobody else here. Ain't nobody else here with me. Where she at? Where she at? Now the other, she keeps calling, but I don't want her because she did me wrong. My ex, she did me wrong. Even though it's the new year, and I guess her allegedly her husband, I guess, has got to sign the papers for their divorce. But y'all, I'm not gonna go back to that. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Life with Tashana, I love your live stream last night. Oh my gosh. You have no idea. Like, I'm never gonna overstep anybody. I respect everybody, men, women, children, everybody, animals, nature. I respect everybody and everything. So I don't ever want to come off as being disrespectful, but that's why I was like, they're disrespecting you. You're a queen. You're a beautiful queen. You're amazing. And it's like, like I said, I'm not perfect. I wasn't a perfect son. I mean, my mom would tell me some things and I'd be like, under my breath. Because if I were to step to her, she would have beat my ass. But at the same time, I'm such a mama's boy. Like, I can never see myself disrespecting her in a sense of making her feel like less than anything but amazing, and I was never ashamed of my mom. Not saying that my sisters were, but I'm saying like I kiss my mom every day, even in like, high school, college, what I'm saying? Like, I love her. I'm being so serious. It's just, when I hear stories like, from you guys, and I thank God because I know you're such an amazing, awesome storyteller, Tashana. Thank you so much for coming on the Tease Awesome Butterflies. Thank you for that. Thank you. You're such an amazing storyteller, and you're so compassionate. And it just, like, I'm on the edge of my seat. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat looking at you. And I can relate to so many different things. I know, I'm a male. I know a lot of you guys are females and people, different walks of life and races and this. But we all can relate to certain things with one another. And honestly, I think it's a beautiful thing for us to be able to come to this, for this platform and do that. And not shade each other, not be disrespectful, but to be informative and helpful and supportive of each other. But yeah, life is too short for all that nonsense. Like I said, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. When you said you don't want to be lonely, I started crying. I was in the bed watching. I started crying because I was like, I don't want to be lonely either. And I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to people like, oh my gosh, I don't get lonely. Yeah, I get lonely. But when I tell you, having been cheated on, being disrespected, feeling like, just, the odd man out, or, not, just not appreciated, I'd rather be by myself or surround myself with people in my life, which is a small amount of people who genuinely want to see me succeed and want to, and care about me and love me and support me. And not just because, I can loan you some money that I'll never get back, or I could, pay for this or do this. Like, I don't want people to use me. And I feel like I've definitely been used in the past. And I'm not trying to say, like, even with my ex, Brittany, I'm not saying that she used me for money, because I'm not even going to say that. That woman, to this day, has her own money. And she has her own car, she has her own apartment and all that. I mean, hell, she got her own apartment. She gave me a key to it. And because I surprised her, so I walked in on her, doing a do with home do, with the homeboy. And I'm like, what the hell? So, but it never was a thing where I feel like she tried to, she wants my money or this and this, that. That woman works hard, but it's like she played with my heart. And you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's sad. And I know Iyanla Fix Your Life, and Iyanla was saying, I saw all these videos and stuff on YouTube and Facebook, and she says, people got to stop going in the past. Now, I disagree with something she said. I agree with something, but she said, if you keep talking about what happened to you in your past, and you keep verbalizing this and speaking it, it's going to continue to happen. You're going to attract that. Now, see, in my opinion, I disagree with that. And I find that to be very contradictory, because she's like a life coach. She's a therapist. She's this, she's that. She's amazing. But if you don't speak about your past, and if you don't think about these things, how are we to have a better present and or future? That's my opinion. Again, I don't have the credentials she has, but I know I've probably taken some courses that she's taken, in college and all that. But all I'm saying is, how how can we move on if we don't supposed to talk about these things and release these things? How do we, like, I don't know, you talking about traditional, like, like, say, breaking, generational curses, and the things, the traditions, when we as we grew up, and things that we kind of like have latched on to because we learned those things. I feel like we do have to talk about it. We do have to get to, like, it's almost like, and I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but it's almost like cancer, like with chemotherapy. Y'all know chemo can be quite productive, but it's going to destroy so many cells, even the good ones. So you're going to go through so much hell before you get to the to the better part, better stages. And I think that's just life. And unfortunately, you got to go through so much. Now, some things we don't want to go through a whole lot, but I think sometimes it's inevitable. You got to go through those things, the good and bad, and to get to to get to the place where God wants you to be. Because if let's just think about it, if life was just super easy, relationships, life, whatever the case we go through, if it was just super easy, it's not going to be me. If it was just super easy for me, I'm probably not going to appreciate it as much. And also that goes for relationships and just friendships. Y'all, I'm telling you, I've been through so much. I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. No one is perfect. But like I said, yeah, I don't want to be lonely, but I don't want to. I don't want to deal with. I don't want to be in a chaotic situation either. But that's just me. Hey, Mama Triplets. Um, like, thank you for the hearts, Najee. Thank you so much. Like what Tashana says, I really thank you. You are very encouraging yourself because of your awareness. It will get better. Thank you so much, Tashana. I appreciate you for saying that. Thank you. Oh my God, that goes so well together. Just bacon, eggs, cheese, jam. Mm. Hey, Alvin, Lulu, with the good intentions. I love that. I love that. I love that, Lulu. I love that you added that to your name. What are you guys having for breakfast? Now I know, Nadia, you said you're fasting. Oh my God, this is so good. Is it because I'm hungry? No, it's not that. It's good. You know that simple cheese. Mm, look at this bacon. Mm. Y'all, that bacon is snapping. Now I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I don't mess with no turkey bacon. I don't. Mm. Wow, that's good. You said, Lulu, you don't feel like cooking? You gotta cook something, right? Chef Tracy, well, Tracy's a chef basically, and she says fruit and potatoes. Oh my gosh, that sounds. What kind of fruit? You know, I got a taste for it: watermelon, cantaloupes, and honeydew melon. I love all three of those. A combination of them. Y'all, I'm not kidding. Y'all know I told myself. I know, and I thank her for motivating and encouraging me. Also, Serena. When I saw Serena, like y'all, last year Serena, she had her other baby girl, and Serena could not fit into this denim dress that she has. I mean, it's a beautiful dress, but I mean, I thought she looked great then. But again, everybody feels some kind of way about themselves, and I understand it, okay? But Serena has always been beautiful in my eyes. Y'all know I love Serena Williams. She's a GOAT. She's a GOAT of tennis. And I love Venus. I just love them. I love them. I started playing tennis because of them. But which I'm excited. I'm so excited. I love the fact that I'm not professional or anything, but I love the fact that I can go on the court and I can hold my own on the court. And I've been told, man, you play good, you hit good. I'm like, yeah, thank you, Lord. But anyway, seeing her at that size, she had just had a baby. She's trying to get into this dress. She can't even get her legs in. Y'all know Serena got a. Y'all know all the songs be like an ass like Serena. Serena got a badonka okay. Anyway, so she tries to get into it, she can't get into it. And I follow her on with YouTube and social media. And she's progressing, right? You can see her getting slimmer. And she, like, what was it last week when I saw that video? Like, she just revealed, okay, now I can actually fit into this all the way. And I think she looks amazing. And it dawned on me, it's like, Terrence, you gotta, I can still have oxtails, I will. But I ain't gonna lie, when I do eat the oxtails, it makes me wanna, I don't know if this makes sense, but how you eat certain things and it makes you wanna, maybe you eat something and it triggers you to want to eat other things that may not be as good for you. And then you find yourself like not slipping, but you're kind of stuck in a sense. Like I haven't been gaining any weight, but I just haven't been losing that much either. Now I don't have to lose 4 pounds a week, 8 pounds a week. But even if let's just say for a month, I hadn't even lost like 1 pound. You know what I'm saying? But again, working out, playing tennis, moving around, being silly, muscle does weigh more than fat. So I have to factor that in and stuff. All my clothes are, still fit loosely. Like my scrubs, I need to go and get some newer scrubs because I mean it's kind of getting ridiculous. I mean they're so baggy. They be dragging on the floor, and I know that's maybe not as professional looking, but I feel good because once upon a time I knew those scrubs were like I was almost busting out of them. So that makes me feel good too. It's a constant reminder. But my point is, I gotta go even harder. So that means to cut out some of those other things. Like I have an oxtail over rice, and then I have collard greens, which is just fine. But having the yams with it, and then sometimes I want to like maybe get like a little dessert, and it's okay every now and then. It's all right. Like special occasions, like watch us decorate. Her mom, her sister. Oh my gosh, made me this awesome cake, delicious. I devoured that cake. I did share it with coworkers too. Not a whole lot, but my point is, I can have that, and I can still have that. But I need to focus on okay. Well, you know what? Eat this, do this, exercise, do all the good things, and then set aside maybe a weekend where I don't just lose it or go crazy, but just just kind of like introduce more carbohydrates to the diet, like potatoes and fruits. Exactly what you're eating, Chef Tracy. That's something that I can incorporate after I've been serious, say, for 8 weeks straight. Because y'all know a pattern forms, and it's easier to form within 21 days. So 3 weeks, which is 21 days exactly. Y'all know it's 7 days in a week. 7 times 3 is 21. So 21 days you form that pattern. That's a real thing. If you can keep that going, it's going to be easier. And also for me, I feel like when I tapped into that, I said, man, I did this for 3 weeks. I did this for 4 weeks. So if you do, I don't want to say if you fall off, if you do start to have more sweets or this or that, you can tap back into that because you've been on it. I'm gonna have one bite of this. It's so good. I mean, it really is. Mm. It's like Alicia Josie breakfast. I just don't have grits. I don't have. I don't have grits. I don't have oatmeal. I don't have pancakes. But it's still, these are the things I can have that's not gonna, make it where I have so many carbohydrates. You get what I'm saying? I got three of these. I got these at Tuesday morning. I love this. I gotta get more butter though. Hey Ruth, hold on. Let me look at this. Let me look at this. Thank y'all so much for the thumbs up. I'm gonna give myself a thumbs up. I just did. um, Great honeydew blueberries, green grapes. Wow, delicious sound. Also now it says, "Our brother, we are having bacon, sausage, ham, and egg." I know that's right. Eat all the meats, okay? I love that. Also now it says, "Good morning, Lulu." Oh, and Lulu said, "Turkey bacon is fire." Let me see. Let me say this. It's not that I will never have it, but it's just I really don't. I think it's the texture. It ain't really the taste. It's just the texture. I feel like it's more rubbery, but again, it's turkey, and I just don't know. I just feel like with the turkey bacon, I don't. I can cook it, but I never get that crunch as I would with like the pork, the regular bacon. But I'm not saying it's like absolutely disgusting. Now it ain't that. It ain't disgusting. It ain't like really. Oh my gosh! Like you can definitely do some things with it. Because I mean, I like a turkey, like the sausage. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like the turkey bacon. Does that make sense? Am I making sense? I don't know. Num Fundu, how you doing? I got a new. You got a new dog? Oh, what breed of dog? Wow. I miss my dog. I miss my dog. Good morning again, Ruthie. Thank you so much, Ruthie's this and that and family. You guys, people in here are content creators. Y'all jot down their names and check them out. Okay, check them out. Even if people aren't, because I know Shanita follow me in the background sometime. I know she hop in. Y'all, Shanita H is like one of the most supportive people, and she happens to be one of T's awesome butterflies. She's a channel member. Just like, Najee so sweet. Oh, I love you, Najee. Just like Life with Tashana just became a channel member. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have to return the favor. You already know. You already know what I do. You already know, Tashana. You already know. But thank you so much for becoming one of T's awesome butterflies. And Shonda V, thank you so much. Shonda V is also one of T's awesome butterflies. She had me laughing because she said, "You made me come out of the bushes." So that really means a lot. But you guys, I don't mind. On my channel, I get it be people watching, how they say sometimes lurking and working. And I appreciate you for being in here. One way for you to really let me know that you're here is to give me a thumbs up, okay? Because you can't deny that, okay? You can't deny that. But I appreciate you so much. Thank y'all so much. Blessings, hot topics. It's just always so nice to see you. Y'all, that was so delicious. When I tell you my right hand of God is filling. And I think that's the thing that I need to focus on. I want to eat stuff, right? That when I eat it, because I want to eat till I'm pleasantly full, not when I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't breathe. I gotta, you start to lean back and like, I can still take a nap because the food's so good, but I definitely, I want to eat things that fill me up, and that's the part where I get more energy. It's so crazy how you eat less carbs, right? You eat less sugar, less carbohydrates, and for my body and my lifestyle, like I get more energy. I'm energized anyway, but I have more energy after I eat these type of things. So it's pretty awesome. I got a new dog, and my old dog, my dog Shao, wants to play the new dog, but the new dog doesn't want to play. It wants to sleep, so I don't know what to do. You know what? Fun, you let it work itself out. I'm telling you. I think those dogs, as they continue to be, again, you got the new dog. It's just like people, we got to get to know each other. It's the same thing with dogs. And I bet you they'll be playing around and probably the best of friends soon enough. Just let it work itself out. At least try it, first. Don't force it. And like I'm not the dog whisperer, but I know a thing or two now. I know a thing or two. I love animals. When I had a roommate, Heather back here, she had like 2 dogs, and she was like, she has 2 dogs. She has 2 dogs and a cat. She was like, "Wow, my animals just love you, and they're barking like crazy or whatever." I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, I've been told that like so many times within my life. Like, I don't know, like animals are incredible. And not just like cats and dogs. I mean, I'm not gonna get a pet alligator like some people, but I do love animals and I do love learning things about creatures and the animals. And that's just like again, it's games where we're talking about the octopus. and and I said, "Oh, I knew that about the three hearts," and I love it. I watch documentaries. I love that. I love it. Um, my old dog is acting like a mother to the new dog. Well, that's sweet. I think that's sweet, right? As long as they're not like fighting each other. Darnisha Parker, good morning, Darnisha. Darnisha, Darnisha, you missed it. I had breakfast. I know y'all eating bacon, egg, ham, all that good stuff. Y'all eating sandwiches. I had eggs, bacon, some butter toast, tortilla shells with cheese that are gone. I made like these. I'm sure you probably seen it before though. I made my version of a homemade burrito, and I had 3 mini. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, my belly feels good, y'all. Everything feels great. Thank you, Jesus. And we got some Saratoga sparkling water. It's a very good beverage. Okay, let me go get the stuff to make the Premier Protein shake. Well, not the Premier Protein shake, but my iced coffee, my version of it. Okay. Get this. Underneath your love, there's an endless story. There's a man, there's a cure, there's a territory, and all things I deserve. Ain't such a girl, honey. Underneath your love, there's an endless story. All right, I guess we can put right here. I love this. I love this condo, y'all. This condo is amazing. Thank God. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Okay, we got. Can y'all see this? Okay, this is what this is. Y'all see the cafe latte? Cafe latte, and you see how it has like cafe equals 1 cup of coffee, and it's a cafe latte, so it's coffee like, but it's so good. Nunu said that's my favorite song. You say really? Oh, also, you changed your picture. Looks beautiful. I love your pictures, Nunu. Is losing weight easy? Oh my gosh, no. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's not. It's a process, but it's possible. Everything is possible. Especially, I don't know. I'm a believer of God, and it's definitely possible when you got God. When you got God in your heart, you can do everything. You can do any and everything you want to do. And I'm not perfect, but I thank God. I thank God for my mindset. You are welcome, beautiful. Okay, so again, guys, this is Premier Protein Cafe Latte Shake. Has 160 calories, 1 sugar, 24 vitamins and minerals. Y'all, I'm getting my vitamins. I had my vitamins today. You remember that video? I got my food stamps today. Well, I got my vitamins today. And it's 3 net carbs. We won't have the whole thing. We're gonna probably half of it, and we're gonna put the other half back in the refrigerator. Because you refrigerate it after you open it. But some people don't even, they just room temperature. Hold on 1 second. I shook it. I shook it well. So, and this is ice in here. This is ice. Ice, baby. Ice. kind of had it in the freezer, so it's like, let me see if I can put the straw in there. Because it takes a year or two, or 2 months or 3 months. Sometimes it takes 10. Is it occurs to lose weight or what? No, don't look at it like that. Remember, be positive. It's not a curse. It's not a curse if you gain or lose weight. It's just life. We lose weight, we gain weight, we go through life situations, and you know, some stuff is unpredictable. No, but it's okay. It's kind of hard for me to get to the. Okay, so we'll do, and I have this. Hey, Victoria Lynch, how you doing? I got caramel, sugar-free Smucker's syrup made with Splenda. Now in this, guys, now you gotta be very careful. There is 25 grams of carbohydrates, but it's 15 of sugar alcohol. 25 minus 15 is 10. So 2 tablespoons is 10 carbohydrates. We're not gonna have 2 tablespoons. Actually, this is like a teaspoon, right? We may have like a teaspoon and a half. And I'm gonna do it like by feel though. Hold on 1 second. So that's all for there, right? And then I'm gonna take my spoon. I'm gonna really get in there. Right, I'm gonna clean it off with this here. And then I have, did I show you guys? I have the whipped topping. See, it's great value brand. Whipped topping. And look at the, can you see the, can you see it? So it has 2 carbs per 2 tablespoons. Again, we're not going to have that many tablespoons, but we can go ahead and say we're going to have 2 carbs worth. So again, this whole, I'm going to put this here. I use like half of this. So I use half of this. So 1 is 3 net carbs. I use half, so that's 1.5 net carbs so far. I'm going to use a little bit more of the Smucker sugar-free. Y'all know 2 tablespoons is 10 carbohydrates. But we're doing like, we're just going to say we're doing 5. We're going to do 5. And I think it's even less than that. But to be safe, I'll say 5. So we're at 6.5 carbohydrates. And we're going to say 2 for this. So that's going to be 8.5, 8.5 carbohydrates for this iced caramel coffee with whipped cream. And we'll take a little bit more around the top. I should have used a smaller thing. Let's see. I don't want to spill it. It's so damn good. I've had this a lot of times. Okay, so all that I'm having right now, y'all, this ain't just something that I just popped out of my memory. Well, this ain't just something I popped out of just nothing. I have it in my memory, is what I'm trying to say. Like I've had this for quite some time. I've had it lots of time, and I've done I'm not saying like a keto type thing, but I've done acting so many times in my life, and here's the deal: I didn't make it lifestyle. So now we're making it lifestyle. Like this is like the longest, and this is my godless truth. I'm not the smallest that I've been because I've lost even more weight, and I'm going to continue to lose weight. But I never really kept it off within even like I started gaining back after 4, 5, 6 months. I haven't gained anything for over like a year and 3 months now, and I thank God for that, But at the same time, I'm not at my weight goal, but I don't really have a weight goal. I just know I want to be smaller. I want to be slimmer, but not like crazy slim. But I just want to even continue to feel better. But I know I have more weight to lose. I'm not going by no dang book, or no chart. That's me. I'm not a health guru. I'm not a nutritionist or nothing like that and stuff. So if you like, you can listen to me. You can eat some of the things I'm eating because a lot of things that I eat would be great for diabetics, great for people who want to lose weight. That's my right hand to God. Like I have talked to nutritionists. I work right across from doctors. Y'all, you think I don't ask them questions? You think I don't? You think my ass? I'm nosy as hell. Okay, I'm a sponge. My mama told me to be a sponge. I listen, I pay attention, and I get all of it. I get everything. Like, I know what you should and should not do, or at least having, maybe some better, choices or certain things, as far as eating and doing or whatever. Because like I said, like running heavy and certain things really is not that great for you. But also it's the science, it's statistics, it's proven. But even like if like power walking and doing things and stuff, that may be better for you. Even skipping is even better. But it's just certain things you hear. But like I said, I take it all in, and I respectfully pay attention, and it's helped me over the years. You know what I'm saying? It's helped me over the years. Hey, Brains by Sean, how you doing? What's the max carbs do you have in a day? Najee, so sweet. I am so happy you asked that. Gosh, I'm so happy you asked that because I was just gonna say, I said I've done Atkins for a long time, a whole like on and off a lot. Lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. Because when you do that, you do the induction phase. The induction phase, you want to have 20 carbohydrates or less within a 2 week period. So within 14 days, you want to have 20 net carbs or less. But I'm gonna explain to you. Because I don't follow that, and I've lost over 100 pounds, and I didn't follow that. Now I'm doing low carb. I'm doing low carb keto lifestyle, but I ain't with that. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, it doesn't work for me. Yes, I will lose weight, but I will not keep it off. The thing about weight is the maintenance phase. Can you keep it off? And can you still enjoy certain foods and not gain that weight and feel good about yourself? So I knew I couldn't do that. So let me just say this. I don't limit myself to certain carbohydrates or to a certain number. Now I don't. I've learned that I can't do that. But when I used to do this, like Atkins and modified Atkins, I would just do 20. I'll stay in the induction phase. There's 4 phases to Atkins, right? And I'm not on Atkins. Now I will never say that diet doesn't work. That diet works, but it would have to be that's what all it is you would have to consume, which would be meat and vegetables. And I love vegetables, but I don't eat that. I don't eat as many. And then as far as meat, I can eat the meats, but I can get tired of them very quickly if I just consume it all day, every day. But like bacon, I'm not gonna have bacon every day. I'm not gonna have eggs every day. On the keto lifestyle, with the low carb, twist and all that, I can have some almonds. I can have if I just seriously said I gotta have some fruit, I can go get some honeydew melon. I can go cut up a grapefruit. I can go cut up a kiwi and have a little, or just maybe get like, a little small bowl of grapes. And I can have these things even within keto. And me, I'm speaking about me, right? And I lose weight. I can't speak on anybody else's body, but that's why I said in the Atkins, you can't have that. Because, if I do that, like today, I probably have, I'm counting them and stuff, whatever, like, as I do it. But like yesterday, let me just say this. Yesterday, I had 36. The day before that, I had around 20. but it just kind of how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, if like I have done Atkins like deep. I'm talking about really invested in it, and I'm telling you, induction phase. I don't care if you're 500 pounds. I don't care if you're 120. Induction phase is 20 carbohydrates or less. And if you stay in that, if you stay in the induction phase, and you really do it like religiously, you throw yourself into ketoacidosis. So that means that you are burning you're burning so much fat, the carbs, like even when you're sleeping. And ketoacidosis is like I have ketone strips, and it's a confirmation that you transition your body into that, right? So now your immune system works faster. If you work out on top of that, you're gonna lose really, really quick. That's why some people can lose like 100 pounds that's in 6 months. But again, it's just not realistic to my life. And also, I just don't want to have cabbage every day, greens every day, which I can have that every day, but I want to have other stuff with it. Like, I want to kind of venture off. I want to have like, the Atkins bars, or I want to have a Premier Protein shake. I want to have some Smucker's sugar-free syrup. This isn't zero net carbs. You got to be careful. It's 10 net carbs in a serving in this. So just think about it. If you can only have 20, that's already half. So that's why I'm not gonna limit myself to those. Now I just didn't have 10 right now. Like I said, I'm gonna say I have 5 because I had half of that. But it's what you make work for yourself. But no, I don't. I'm counting them, but I can have 100 tomorrow. I can have 60 the next day. I'm gonna try and minimize them. Like, I'm not. Let me just say this: I'm not eating honey buns. I'm not eating Reese's sticks. You know how Reese's sticks and honey buns. Damn. I love those, but I'm not gonna have them. Hold on one second. Where is my? I have this here. This can be my dessert. I have a Russell Stover. Russell Stover is peanuts, nougat, and caramel. It's like a Russell. It's like it's like a Snicker, but Russell Stover sugar-free brand. It's so good. It's good, and it's good for you. Now, again, too much sugar alcohol is gonna be like a damn laxative, and I'm being so real right now. So I'm not gonna consume that much sugar alcohol. Quest chips, all those things don't have sugar alcohol in it, and the crackers and a lot of cheese. Cheese is just cheese, But I just consume, like I said, I make it work for myself. Rick One Ball, you like Reese's Sticks, bro? That is the best freaking candy that Reese's has ever came out with. That's some damn good stuff. Good stuff. Sustainability, absolutely. Now let me get into this. Now I made this in front of y'all now. Good. It's so good. And then the whipped cream with the caramel sauce on it. I eat this, I drink this, and I'll be like, I'm cheating, but I'm not. This is like ice cream. It's like a frappe. It's just deliciousness. It's so good. Like I had on my beard. Y'all ain't tell me. Gotta tell me. It's so good, y'all. Wow, that's delicious. That is some good stuff. And yeah, you just don't overdo it, And on top of this, I'm gonna be active, okay? So if y'all look, I know I've lost weight. Well, hello to you, Nenad Remick. Bonjour. Hello. Oui. Oui. Turkey necks. That's not French. But hello, good morning. Wherever you guys are, thank y'all so much for watching. This is so good. So good. Not sponsored, but will be because we're gonna claim it. We're gonna claim it this year. I'm going to be able to work with Premier Protein again. And it was when I did work with them, it was awesome. It was nothing. See, that's the deal too. People see people who like do a brand deal or they sponsor, they do this. Just because they don't do it anymore doesn't mean they fall out with that company. It just means that was the agreement. They were on a contract for maybe one video, 4 videos, this many videos. But see, I want longevity. I want something like where it can be, like I said, you know how Flow is to Progressive? And I forgot his name. Sam, what's his name? What's the black guy name that he does the Capital One videos? What's in your wallet? What's his name, y'all? Y'all know his name. He's an actor. He's bald headed. Somebody let me know what his name is. Anyway, how he has that Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson. Exactly. Okay. Oh my gosh. Y'all, okay, come through now. Come through, Najee. Come through, Rick Mama. Okay, y'all gonna be the phone a friend, okay? Well, I know for that $1 million, I'm gonna have to call y'all. Now, y'all know, I don't know, I'm pretty smart, but I ain't that smart. So it's probably gonna be the hardest questions I'm gonna have to ask y'all. But no, yeah, Samuel, isn't it? Yeah, Samuel Jackson, yeah, and he, you know, like, I mean, the man is a multi-million-dollar actor, you know, but he does that with the Capital One, and it's like, don't think about it, because when you think Capital One, you think of him, even though I couldn't think of his name, but y'all knew what I was talking about. But then when you think of Progressive, you think of Flow. So I want people to be like, when they think of Premier Protein, they think of Terrence. When they think of Hero, they think of Terrence. Even though people have told me, I'm not lying. They say, like, Terrence, I got the Quest chips. Everybody hit me up. I got Quest chips. And I'm like, wow. This is so awesome. It's so awesome because, you know what? It's just not as traditional. You guys, you know, I didn't grow up on this. I didn't eat Quest chips. I didn't, you know, like I said, I love some Premier Protein, but as I gotten older, I was introduced to it. But isn't it amazing to come on YouTube and see people eat these things, consume these things, and you know what? Everybody's gonna find something to be bad. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna be like, this ain't good, this ain't good for you. But it's just awesome to find things that work for you and where you can actually consume. You don't feel bad, and you're not on here lying to yourself and lying to others. Like, this is delicious. Like, I'm not drinking this and then going off camera like, I ain't gonna have that no more. I'm literally drinking this, and I'm even at work. They're like, man, like what kind is that? I'm like, this is the cafe latte. You gotta try it. And literally, like, people have gone out and purchased, you know, Premier Protein. They're like, bro, good looking out. That is delicious. That's so good. You know, like, it's good. It's good, and it's good for you. It's good for you. So the things that I've had some expensive cereal, delicious, but way too expensive. So this is the deal too. I want to introduce things that maybe you guys don't know. I don't care if you're losing weight, trying to maintain, not even caring about weight, but just want to eat something different. But I do want to bring it to people's attention, right? That's why I want to use my platform for this. But at the same time, I want it to be a good experience. Everything that I eat, you guys probably won't like, but I'm telling you guys, the majority you probably will. Because I don't know. Like, I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you like, okay, well, this sugar-free, this is great, this is good, or this bag of chips is good. Like, no, like I said, you ain't gonna see me drinking no Quest shakes. Quest Nutrition does have shakes. And I don't know, maybe in the past, like I said, I've had a blessing to do like a couple of like, you could say, integration, like videos with them where you eat the product and you talk about the product and they pay you. And that's been a blessing. But I'm not gonna sit up here and lie to you. Like, if they want me to do all their products, that's not gonna happen. You know, now I made this very clear. Like, I don't, like, they got a cookie, they got certain cookies, and they got these shakes, and y'all, I've had all that stuff, and it's just not good. Y'all may like it, but I don't like it. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be on here eating the cracker, eating this, and if I don't like it, I'm not going to show, because I mean, that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? That's a lie for me to get $1. And I ain't got a lot to get $1, okay? I work my ass off for money, okay? Right? But I want it to be a good experience for you guys if you guys do try it. So Rick One Ball says, I don't like Quest chips at all. And you know what? Absolutely, bro, I'm not kidding. That's just fine. We gonna see, it's some stuff we gonna rock with, it's some stuff we ain't gonna rock with. Now, have you tried the Quest crackers? Because I ain't gonna lie, them crackers good as hell now. Now, some of the Quest chips, I must say, now I enjoy Quest chips. I love the hot and spicy. I love the barbecue. I love the nacho. I might even I put some ground beef in the refrigerator to thaw out, and I might do some Rotel dip. And I'll lay some hot and spicy chips, and I'll pour the Rotel dip over. You can't tell me nothing. That is delicious. It's so good. I got family. I got, people in the past, like coworkers, even some of the people that hated me in Iowa. They started to eat it. You know what I'm saying? It's so good. But again, everybody is probably not gonna like the texture. They ain't gonna like the taste. But for me, it's probably one of the best protein healthy chips that's out there. Now, Atkins does have a nacho cheese like chip, and I must say it's a great crunch to it. They're baked just like Premier Protein, but it's good. Now they got a ranch that's nasty. The sour cream and onion nasty, but the sour cream and onion, I haven't tasted it yet. And shout out to Dumbo and Nini. They told me about the sour cream and onion, and that's their favorite. At least I think I know Dumbo's. And I gotta try it. So I got a couple bags on the refrigerator right now. I'm looking at it right now. But I tried so many different brands, and they're just good. They're better. They're better than the average healthy chip, in my opinion. And I'm not. Let me tell you, they ain't paying me no damn money at the moment to say that. Okay. And that's my guy. That's the guy on the truth. I'm not getting paid for any of this. I mean, other than ad revenue, and if you guys do want to send super chats and super stickers and gifts and all that, but they're not paying me to say that. I genuinely do enjoy most of those products, but as far as the shakes, I've said it and I'll say it again. I don't, hell to the no. I don't like it. It's just not, it ain't for me. I'm not gonna be on here Slim Fast. I could not, I couldn't just put Slim Fast here and be like, that's magically delicious. No, it's disgusting. It makes me want to I gag and I get sick. Like, who did this? And how does it even sell? But again, somebody else may say, "Oh, I just love the way that vanilla shake tastes," and I'm like, "Well, you like some nasty things." You know what I'm saying? Like I said, judging is inevitable. Even though we shouldn't judge, but we do. But no, real talk, it's just not that good. It ain't that good. Duke AMZ, what's up, bro? Says, let's go, family. We out here delivering. Have a blessed Saturday, bro, and enjoy the weekend. Let's go. 29 months, yo. You've been a member for 29 months. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God. I think you and Kiki, loving me, Trey Sanderson, has probably been like, y'all the OGs. Y'all the OGs of my of the T's Awesome Butterflies. Oh, my God. Wow, 36 months is 3 years. Like I said, it's almost 3 years, bro. The time has just flown by. But thanks so much for coming in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. And again, guys, vertical live stream mode, okay? Double tap the screen, but just once. If you haven't done that, you can also press and hold the screen. You can thumbs up that way. And another way you can thumbs up is pressing the 3 dots in the upper right-hand side of the screen, somewhere up in here. Press those 3 dots. You'll see a thumbs up. Don't thumbs down. Thumbs up. And share me out. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank y'all. Time is flying by for real, Duke Gaming Z. It's flying by big time. Blessing Hot Topic says, I'm getting ready for my morning hike. Okay. I was talking about a hike when I went to Colorado. I was talking about that yesterday after work. I had came, here, and I took y'all for a walk with me. and I was walking and I was talking about how my coworkers in Colorado when I first ever went to Colorado, that was my first assignment. I went from Mississippi, never having even left. I ain't go far as the state capital, which is Jackson. I'm from Columbus, and never left the state, let alone never driven anywhere 2 hours out of from my city. And I go to Colorado. I drove, y'all. I was when I tell you, nose bleeding, head hurting. I'm screaming, I'm yelling, and people are like, sir, you don't have to yell. I'm like, I can't hear myself. Like my ears closed. I mean, the altitude was crazy. So then when I kind of got a little bit more used to it and stopped like feeling nauseated, and I was doing surgical cases, right? I do like a discectomy or ACDF or something like that. And then after that case is done, I have my own oxygen. I have my own oxygen tubing, and they'll hook me right into the anesthesia machine, and I'll just because oxygen they sell oxygen in they sell oxygen all across the world, but they sell oxygen at the 7-Elevens in Colorado, like to this day. You can buy oxygen, and I wasn't about to be paying for no oxygen when I work in surgery. So when the operation was done, cleaned up, we cleaned everything up, shut the OR down, and I was still on shift. I was working like around 5 o'clock each day, and I'd be in there for like an hour. I'll be reading the book. I'll be reading the book. I'll be on the internet or whatever and stuff, and I'll just be chilling and getting that oxygen because that helped me get, acclimated, a lot faster. I'm telling you guys, I just couldn't breathe. So when I started to feel better, I finally was like, okay, well, I'll take them up on the offer to, go for this little hike. That hike almost killed me. Like I said, even people that live there all their life, they get altitude sickness. And I ain't never, I mean, I'm not from there, I'm from the South, so it was crazy. But now having gone back, even having gained back weight, because I went there in 2000, I went there in 2008, 2009, but then also I went there because it was like it was a couple years before my mom passed, because in 2014 I went to Colorado as well. Y'all, I mean, it was like nothing. I was playing tennis, and then each time I went, I lose weight, but I wasn't even trying, but I lose weight each time because, you think about the military, you think about people when they go and they train in those areas, um, it heightens so much. It's more, you have to put more effort in because your body is just not acclimated and stuff. But my body, each time I went back to Colorado, my body was I was able to acclimate quicker to my surroundings, and so but it was weird. That hike was just crazy. But I hope you enjoy your hike, okay? I don't want no crazy. Look, I don't want to go on no crazy hikes. Even right now, I feel like I have more energy. I want to keep. I just want to keep it. I want to keep it cool and not do something. Too much. I don't know if that makes sense, but anyway. What brand of keep? Oh my gosh, Najee, I don't know if you're still in here, but what brand? That's Nature's Own. That's a Nature's Own, like Nature's Own bread. So you know how you have Sara Lee, you have Nature's Own, you have Wonder Bread, you got Hero Bread, you got all kind of different brands, but that's a Nature's Own, and it literally says on the bag, it says keto, like keto light, it's keto friendly, it's keto bread. It's really good too. It's like really good. You can put that beside a regular piece of Nature's Own white bread or wheat or any bread, and it's absolutely like delicious. Like there's no weird aftertaste. You heard me eat it, and right, it gets a crunch in the toast. Some bread out there where it's low carb, you can't even really toast it. You can't put a tomato on it because it'll fall right through it. The wraps is one thing, right? Because you can get those wraps. They're not really thick, right? And you can kind of play with it more. But when you talk about bread, it's kind of hard to get that the dense and that the structure of the bread, the texture and all that. Um, but they do it, and I don't know how they do it, but they do it. It is so good, and it's good for you. Like literally, I've watched a lot of videos, even with Hero Bread, which I ordered that from the website, but I watch a lot of videos on that, and it's people who are diabetics, or it's people who just happen to check their glucose level, their blood sugar level, and stuff, and it doesn't spike it. They eat the bread and it doesn't spike. And they wait for like an hour, 2 hours, and their blood sugar is if it's not if it's not less, it's the same. So it literally has no impact in a negative way to your blood, and that's why it's appropriate, and that's why it's safe to eat for diabetics, pre-diabetics, or just people who are trying to eat, a lesser amount of carbohydrates. Again, hello, Mama Triplets. Life is a show. Thank you again for becoming a member. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Um, Let me get to the sorry. Okay, because I know I'll be behind. Reese sticks. Rick one ball those Reese sticks, yo. Thank y'all for telling me that was Samuel. It ain't it Samuel L. Jackson. Thank y'all so much. Um, when I think of you, Terrence, what popped up in my head is May's happy feeling. Really, Nunu? Really? Maybe I'll do some more shorts. I love that video. I love that video. I've done like lots of videos with that, but I love I love the video that I did. Like I did one and it was just good. It was good. It was a good video. But I love Maze too. Maze, rest in peace. But I love that's some good old school music. That's some good old school music. Nadia So Sweet said, yes, Nunu. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for saying that. Ruthie spoke to everybody. Of course, I'm kind of a ways away. I can see I got 15, 20 in both eyes, but it's just so it goes faster than y'all think. You know what I'm saying? So, um, Nunu says, "Hi, Ruthie. How are you doing? I feel the health shits, but I just like regular Doritos. Ever since I got my BBL done, I don't calorie count anymore." Break my ball. Messing with your ass, bro. I'm not messing with you. Oh, you are crazy, bro. Not the BBL. Oh my gosh. Mm-mm-mm. It's so good. And you don't eat the whole thing. You can make two of them. And they're actually low calorie and low carb. Awesome, Alan, you say, our brother, I appreciate all that you do, and I'm grateful for to be a part of your family for you, our brother. Thank you so much, Awesome, Alvin. I'm grateful for you, bro. Thank you. God bless you. Um, Hey, Andrea Jacobs, how you doing, Andrea? Another channel member in the building. One of these awesome butterflies. Thank you so much for all that you do. Um, Nunu says, "Hey, Alvin," says, "Give me some, Terrence." You look. You can have the other half. I got plenty of ice. It's the damn ice maker scaring the hell out of me at night. So there's plenty of ice in there. And then you can. I got two more of these. I stockpile up on the sugar-free caramel syrup. It's so good. It's good. And then let me have it where. Okay, then I got like I said, the whipped topping here. More than welcome to this. I got so much. Look, I just opened it. I just tore the plastic off before I came live. See, it's a lot in here. You definitely get everybody. It's enough for everybody. Look at my finger. It has it on there. You didn't see that. Don't tell mama the babysitter's dead. Oh, Nunu. I know you know about that one, right? You know that movie, don't you? And what about Teen Witch? I used to love watching that. Nunu, I know you know what I'm talking about. You know those movies. Yep. Those are fun movies. Those are really fun movies. I love that. You remember it's a children book, and then they did like a little cartoon. Is it Alexandra in the Very Bad Day? And then remember the woman in the shoe. She had like why I just can't remember everything. But you know what? On my channel, I know you know this because that video, it's like the main video. When people just go to my channel, that kind of pops up. But I'm dancing to the theme song of Captain Planet. Now, did you ever watch Captain Planet growing up? This is a true story. As of I should say last year, because 2024. As of last year, I didn't know that Gaia was the voice of Whoopi Goldberg. I didn't know that was Whoopi Goldberg. Because I always said, as watching this as a kid, Captain Planet, he's a hero, gonna take pollution down to zero. Like that theme song, and then when they would come on and hi, Planeteers, blah, 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 blah. I didn't know that was Whoopi Goldberg. I did not know that was Whoopi Goldberg. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. And so I found it out. I was like, that is Whoopi Goldberg. You didn't know that? That is Whoopi. Gaia was Whoopi Goldberg. Let me say this now. I must say, I'm not gonna lie, if I'm not mistaken, because I know this is like trivia back here. There was another woman. I forgot her name. Now there was another woman, there's a white lady who was Gaia too, though. So it was, it was different seasons, and they did have another woman playing her. But Whoopi Goldberg was, I can't tell you the seasons, but she was one of them. It's so crazy because like Whoopi Goldberg voice is like, it's timeless, it's magical, it's like it's like Oprah. It's like 1,000 voices, that's in one person. But it's not even like they're acting, it's of them. You know what I'm saying? It's just interesting. It's really interesting. It's talent when you think about it. You said right, yes, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I did not know that. I thought when people kept saying it or whatever and stuff, I'm like, okay, y'all crazy, that's not her. But then, you really dig deep, you're like, that is her. And then you look at her like the All About Me page or the website that has that with all the the artists and stuff. I think it's like IBMP. I don't know, something like that, where it has like it has you can just Google it too, but it has like the net their net worth and all the movies they've done and the things, the projects, and for sure Captain Planet is on there, which is very interesting. Right, she played Hyena Lion King. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah. Amazing. I knew that. She played a lot of different things. But I just look at her, I'm like, okay, the woman from Sister Act, and remember was it Patrick Swayze, gosh, was it Ghost? What was that? What was the name of that movie? Was it Ghost? Yeah, it was Ghost, because Ghost's dad that was Bill Cosby. That was a fun movie too. I love Ghost Dad. I don't care what nobody say. Bill Cosby. I know he's out and stuff, and he's living his life now, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not gonna change the way that I feel about him, just the way I feel about Michael Jackson. Because at the end of the day, I look at, like, for me, it's the entertainment that they provided. So, and same with R. Kelly. His music is you can't deny the fact that the man has a lot of talent. Now, I'm not saying go around doing bad things to people. I still say allegedly, because at the end of the day, whatever. But because people lie. I ain't gonna lie. People lie, and especially when it's money involved. People are money hungry, so you just gotta be careful. That's why I said I want to surround myself with less people as possible, and real people. real people. But with all that being said, all I'm saying is it was still they all did great things, you know. TJ Lynn said, "Bro, I love Bill Cosby. I love Bill Cosby too. I mean, Bill Cosby, Fat Albert, and just even like I said, Ghost Dad, and now let me say this: the old school Bill Cosby show, because that new school one, I'm like, I ain't like the house. I just feel like they just kind of got a little bit more, trying to like fit in more. I like the old school one, where the intro." They weren't like doing all that dancing and moving, which like the new school, that introduction was cool, but I like the old intro, like just a subtle chill one, and I feel like it was better. But at the end of the day, I like it, and nobody can make me hate anybody. I don't hate anybody, but at the end of the day, God is the only one that can judge us. That's how I look at it. Never liked him because he was talking down on the young black men. Oh, wow, really? Oh my gosh. But yeah, you know what? It's so crazy because like there are so many things that people have done, and again, and that's what when people come to my channel, that's what I'm gonna do. Like I'm gonna respect everybody's wishes and their beliefs and things, like because like I said. Because of who I voted for, people don't like me. Oh, he voted for Trump. I'm not going to support Terrence anymore. What? Huh? Like, what the hell? Like, I mean, my beliefs is my beliefs. Your beliefs is your beliefs. Who you support is who you support. Who I support is who I support. And that doesn't mean we have to dislike each other. I think that's the main thing with, even in relationships. You realize, like, I can even talk about my sister and her husband, they've been married for so many years, now. Like, they've been married for a lot of years. Like, what? Like, damn. Hell, more than 15, 16, maybe 15, 16 years. They've been married for a long time. In my opinion, but, they ain't that old, but they've been married for a long time. But what I'm trying to say is, okay, Jamon loves the Cowboys. Keisha probably like another team, or or you may, and I know that may not be as like a big difference, but in some households, it's like you gotta like this, you gotta like this brand of cars, you gotta do this. Like I love how with my sisters and their relationships, but also just past friendships and all that, and just people in general. I love how you can have difference of opinions and still love each other. Why? Okay, if somebody, and this is a word for somebody. If you are surrounded by people in your life, be it say friends or whatever, and you have to agree with everything they say and believe in everything they believe in order to remain friends with them, get the hell. Look, don't stop. Look, don't slow down. Run and never look back. Those people are not for you. Nobody should make you feel like you just can't have your own voice. And that's what somebody on here did to my ass. And that's when I was weak. I let that person, and I let people come in and distract me and cloud my judgment. And I said, never again. Like on here, somebody I know, Kick with the Rooks, Shanti. Love Kicking with the Rooks. I love Shanti. I think her and Vino, like I said, I just look at them and I look at them, I look at my sister, her relationship. I feel like I know for a fact, well, there's love out there. I'm not gonna give up on it. Because you see people and like, okay, they make it work. Nothing is easy, but it's a process. And that's what's so beautiful about, coming here on YouTube and seeing so many awesome people and couples and just whatever. But my point is this: you have to be able to accept the fact that people may come to your channel and not like somebody that you like. But that doesn't mean that I gotta hate on Shanti because she don't like CJ So Cool now, or like it's people in the past. And let me just say this, let me be very clear. Because there's people in the past that have talked about me because I like Peach McIntyre. Now, the reason why I probably don't associate with certain people now that don't like her isn't because they don't like her, it's because they dogged me out for liking her. Okay. I'm my own individual and I like and I support who I want to support. But because I support her, say she was talking and she, Peach McIntyre, who I love, and she's talking about gambling this and she made mistakes, and I drop her $100 super chat, or I drop her this, and people are like, you're an idiot, you're stupid, you this, and I have people who support me, right? And obviously, I talk about her. And Peach McIntyre is a bigger content creator. So, and on every platform. So, of course, a lot of people know her way more than they know me. But because I'm known a little bit, especially here on social, this social media platform. So people are like, oh, you support her, you like her. Well, I can't. I'm not gonna mess with you no more. I ain't dealing with you. And then they start talking mess about me, and I'm like, huh? What the what? Like, and so that's why I say I am not dealing with those people. Because you know what? I mean, Nunu, you sit up here, you just said, like, okay, I don't like him or I don't do this. Shanji has said that about CJ So Cool. Y'all ain't talking mess about me. Y'all don't hate my guts. Like, why do I have to be so why do I have to be a bad person because I like somebody who probably has done some bad? Because at the end of the day, we all done wrong. We have all done wrong one way or another, and none of us perfect. And if we truly believe that, like honestly, how can we not just, if we truly believe that, I feel like we should be able to respect each other. If we rock with those people, we rock with them. If we don't, we don't. But we respect each other and we move on. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to break bread with everybody, but I ain't gotta hate people either. So that's why I want to continue to surround myself with actual human beings who have their own mind, who will speak up if they disagree with something, but not run away, because we can have an adult conversation and we can be respectful to one another. I'm trying to make it. I want to make that, like, okay, the main objective, the main goal, and not just 2025, but for life. Like, how much better would the world be? Because, like I said, there's people, unfortunately, that's taking people out of this world because of their beliefs or who they're having sex with, who they having sex with, who they believe in, what they eat, what they talking about, just being pure jealous, what they have in their bank account. Y'all, that is some sick demonic mess. Okay, I don't have time for that. I don't. I would never talk bad about you. I love you, you cool people. Thank you so much, Nunu. When I tell you, the individuals that have done this, and I'm not lying, I know for a fact these people are in the background. I'm not, look, I promise you I ain't trying to bring, let me tell you, I'm a content creator with 200,000 damn subscribers. 200 damn K. All you need is a damn, nowadays you don't even need 1,000 to be monetized. I don't have no reason to sit up here. I don't have no reason to do this for clout or attention. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People watch and they know they lurking, and some of them ain't even working. They just lurking. They just looking. But when I tell you, there's people that I know for a fact that's watching me in the background that I've talked to, and had plans of chilling with and hanging out and doing this. And some people that I have hung out with, we're talking about literally off of social media, watching me, and they want to see me fail. They want to see me fall. And like, I know people talk about, having gifts and this, but I do got the gift of discernment. I am a chosen one. And I know for a fact, like, I'm a child of God, and I keep it 100. Am I perfect? No, God knows I'm not. God knows everything about me. And just because I come to somebody's live streams, like I come to their live stream and I drop, $5, 10, 20, 100, whatever, $200, or if I drop like $50 worth of gifts or $10 worth of gifts, that doesn't mean, oh, I'm doing this just to do this. I support people. If I send a message, if I just, like, it's a Shauna's, like, yeah, I can drop her, some super chats and I can some gems or whatever stuff, but I'm listening. And then I want to make sure she knows I'm engaging with her. Like, this is therapy. I can't say that for her, but for me, it definitely is. And I think it is for her as well. She knows this is a great way. It's an outlet to, talk to people and like-minded people. And it's not just her, but Nunu, you as well. Like, this is beautiful. It doesn't have to be something where it's like, okay, I'm gonna use what like people, like if I say something or if I have disagreements with other content creators, people now use this to their advantage and they talk mess about me. That's I'm not trying to say it's sacred because I am putting it in the public's eye, but why does it have to be a bad thing? Why can't it be just that? And then why can't I just tell my own stories? Why does somebody else have to tell my story? You get what I'm saying? And that's why I look at Peach McIntyre and I'm like, damn, like this woman is gonna continue to blow up. There are so many freaking hate channels out about this woman. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And when and people can say all day long, at the end of the day, if you got the gift, if you really got the gift, you know if these people rocking with you or they rocking with you because they can get something from you. You already know. And I'm gonna be honest. And it's if it's a snake, it's a snake. It's a snake. It's a snake. You see, you see it. These people would never ever really give to the channel. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm not trying to say because you've never given a super chat or a super sticker or a super thanks in the short videos or you never given a gem or this. All I'm saying is, but they will never give even their time. Okay, they will never give their time. They will never ever expose themselves. They'll come in. They'll be trolls. They'll never really tell. Well, because people want to chop up trolls. So, okay, these are kids. These are little ignorant kids who ain't got nothing better to do. A lot of these people ain't kids. A lot of these people probably have broken bread with you or probably claim to be somebody who's true to you and your channel and rock with you, but they coming in, they're trying to distract you. They want to mess up your blessings. And only you have power to do that because God gave us power over our own lives. We are the ones that distracts ourselves. We can't, if we allow them to be a distraction, but it still is us doing it. So that's why I say I want to focus, honest to God, so deep around people who are just real and don't mind saying, like I talk to Dietary so much, and this woman and Tracy, they'll say, oh, no, I like that. Oh, no, I don't like that. Oh, I mess with that. Oh, no, I don't mess with that. That's how it should be. No two people are going to agree on 1,000 damn different things. Let me just say this. You probably could agree on 1,000. Because Nunu, we probably agree on 1,001 things. But we're probably not going to agree on everything. And when that's all said and done, we still going to respect and love each other. At the end of the day, why does hate even have to be a part of any type of dialect or dialogue why does it even have to be there? It doesn't need to be any of that. If I'm not sending it, well, why the hell do people feel like I should receive it? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, let me go to the comments. I'm so sorry. Trump trying to fix his country, regardless of what he says, it's what he does that makes him a leader. TJ Lance, is it TJ Lance? If you don't come through with that, if you don't come through again with that, somebody better look. At the end of the day, people, God has given us opportunity to research and do our own due diligence and communicate and really look into things and stop looking at it from the one angle. Look at it from every angle. Get even more perspectives and really focus and tune in and really focus on that situation. You'll see that honestly, yeah, look. I'm a cursed Christian. People probably don't like me because, okay, man, he said he a Christian, but he cursed. Keely Lamar, a Christian, he cursed all the time. Cardi B believes in God. She talking about some licking, sticking, and sucking and all that. Why? You know what? Let's stop focusing on these people and stop focusing on judging me, and let's stop focusing on judging each other, and let us let God judge us. Because some folks only know. They probably praise God. And let me tell you. Now, I'm not sitting up here praying and just putting all this profanity in my prayers, but some people, that's probably all they know. That's the only way they know what God understands me. Well, you know what? They got to understand it with God that you and I probably will never understand. And that's not our place to understand. You get what I'm saying? It's not our place to judge them. At the end of the day, that's how I believe. That's how I deal with life. I let God be the judge of everybody, and I stay in my damn lane. And if I ain't got nothing nice to say about you, I'm not gonna be around your ass. That's point blank period. You know, if I don't have anything nice to say, because everything does not require a response. And just because you vote for this person, you vote for this person, or you don't vote, it is what it is. Now, I must say, if you ain't voting and you want to talk a lot of mess about if it was Kamala or if it was Trump or whatever, then why the hell would you even be talking? But again, I can't really judge. Okay, I let God be the judge of that. But it's like, okay, that part is really redundant because like you didn't even vote. That's weird. Um, Never liked it because he was talking down on the black man. Okay, got to read that. Right, we all ain't gonna agree on everything. Right, new, and that's why. Oh my gosh, I thank God for people like you. I know we don't know each other. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy how if you feel like you just known people, and you just feel like you can get along with people because again, you're not trying to. You ever seen Mean Girls? I feel like you probably really have. This is so random, but I'm talking about Mean Girls with what's her name? Ah, oh my gosh, what's her name, y'all? The redhead. I'm talking about her, but remember, but she was also in the Parent Trap. I want to say the Parent Trap, but then like I love the old version of Parent Trap with the girl with the curly hair, the twins. That was funny. But this is random. At the same time, all I'm saying is, oh, Lindsay Lohan. Oh, wait. So, Lulu, I think you just put it in, but I didn't look at it until like just right now. But Lindsay Lohan, exactly. Yo, I love Lindsay Lohan. But my point is, it's just what I'm trying to say ultimately is we have to learn how to isolate ourselves from feeling like we have to always judge others and judge people. And it's inevitable because we all judge. But what I'm saying is to the point where we start to kind of hate. And then we may say that's not hate, but really it is hate. So you do what you do, I do what I do, and let's just be respectful to each other. Like, honestly, like, I'm not even being funny when I say that. Like, literally, I can do that. Do you realize, like I said, there's somebody at this damn job, this job I'm currently working at, and I'm telling you guys, I don't want to deal with them. If I can, I'll walk the other way. But I don't hate this man. I just know that my spirit does not mix well with him. And it's just something where it's like, I'm not trying to sound weird, but I guess if it's just something that, there will be none of me getting through to him, but also that's not the objective. That's not the point. God wants me to stand clear. God wants me to continue to smile and be happy and thankful, and that's what I'm going to do. Even when I'm walking in another direction and stuff, it's not me, oh, let me just run away because I'm scared. I ain't never scared. Get that right. I'm just protecting my peace. And that's my right hand to God. I don't owe you anything. When you in that room and there's a patient on that damn table, not when I'm dancing in the OR and you don't see no patient, you don't see nobody. Because that's just my time, right? But when there's a patient, you never gonna see me on YouTube nothing like that anyway. But when there's a patient in the room, I give my undivided attention. And I make sure I'm being a team player amongst everybody, including his ass. Okay? But see, that's what I'm saying. That's me trying to do right for the patient, but yet and still, this individual makes it about himself. And that's why I say those are dangerous people. And that's why I say, I'm telling you, even if it's in your family, if it's in your group of friends, get away from those people. When people make it all about themselves and they don't take the consideration of other people, like their feelings or maybe intentions or just just whatever. I know we just can't care about everybody, their feelings, but when they make everything about themselves, be it if we know them or not, get away from those people. Get away from those people. Yes, this is my channel, but you think I would really be anything if it wasn't for you guys viewing me? Like that's not how social media works. Of course, I'm working and I have this blessing. I'm blessed with this career and I work hard, but I will be nothing without people at the end of the day. And if people really do think that and they say that, they're mistaken. We all need, especially, let me just say this from a content creator perspective. We need other people. We must. And if you don't understand that, like, I think you don't get the concept. You don't get the concept. Of course, all I need is God. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying God has allowed for me to be here, but I will need you guys, your guys' support. That's what I'm saying. And I'm a man like that can actually say that, you know. And at the same time, I know that I'm gonna get on here. It's gonna be people who don't like me, and Lord knows that's been the case and stuff. It's gonna be people who love me and want to rock with me and stuff, and that's been the case as well. And that's just how it is. But I'm okay with all of that. I'm not going anywhere. If you see one short, if you see 100, if you see one video, if you see 100, I'm not going anywhere. As long as God allows me to be here and wants me to be here, I'll be here. But we gotta stop focusing on all the things that, you know, like the things and people that we find we see it. We see so many bad things in people. That's what I'm saying. We see so many bad things in people. Let's focus on the positive. And if you can't even, like I said, if you don't see nothing good in somebody, like I said, like that man, just don't deal with them to the best of your ability. And when you have to deal with them because God says so, you do exactly as God would want you to do. And you are the only person to know what God wants you to do. I mean, just point blank. You know if you thinking some nasty things, or if you're trying to be nasty, or you're not trying to be a team player, you know that's not godly like. So you do what God would want you to do. And that's how I pray hard about these things. Because I'm telling you guys, I don't want to be that bitter person. And I'm not. But I'm not gonna break bread with you. I'm not trying to sit up here and be your best friend. I don't care about none of what you got going on in your life, be it struggles, be it blessings. I don't care about none of that. And I'm gonna keep it real. It's not gonna consume me. It's not gonna concern me. All right. And how you feel about me, it ain't none of my business. I just stand clear of all the negativity and drama. And that's what I do even on my YouTube channel. I stand clear. I don't need to be in beef sectors and create these fake situations to make myself appear bigger or gain more subscribers. I'm gonna get my ass up. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna be jolly. I'm gonna be my original regular self and have fun. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? It can be a roller coaster of emotions. You know what I'm saying? I miss my mom every single day, but I dance. I dance with her spirit. We have fun. Like I talk about her. I do it present tense because I know she's here with me. I want you guys to, maybe you experience a loss, or maybe you're going to experience some loss, or maybe you're going to feel some kind of way. I want people to be able to come to this platform and this channel here and know that they're accepted, know that they are appreciated, they're loved, know that people are going through maybe some of the things that you've gone through or are currently going through. And it's okay. It's all right. Like I practice what I preach, and I love, and I don't hate. I don't even say the word unless I'm trying to make a point of something. But that's just not me. And if you can believe it, you don't have to believe it. Okay. It is what it is. At the end of the day, there's always going to be somebody out there that just want to just see you go, to see you just fall. Like I said, it's people that's watching, and they're watching for your downfall. What you do is you continue to work hard, keep going. Okay, don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. One foot in front of the other. Even when you gotta wake up or you gotta go to work, you got this appointment, you got this, you gotta do this, you got your deadline for this, and you keep snoozing. Stop pressing that damn snooze button. Get up, throw cold water over your face, do something to get your ass up and get on your way. And don't think about all the things that could go wrong. Think about the things that will go right. Okay, I don't know what other way or how to just push positivity into the world. That's why I said when I saw that when I saw that video, I said I disagree with everything that she said. Now, I agree with a whole lot, but I disagree with some things. And again, this goes to what we're talking about, right? Like in a sense of we're always not going to see eye to eye about things, but that doesn't mean I have to say, oh, shut the hell up, or I hate you. No, I will never say that. And don't ever shut up. It's a time and place to be quiet. I ain't gonna lie, but don't ever shut up. But don't feel like you have to like stifle yourself because other people believe this. Don't and stop with this thing where you're hating yourself. You don't love the skin you're in. Like if you want to lose weight, I love the skin I'm in right now. But yeah, I want to lose weight, but that doesn't mean I don't like myself. I just want to continue to feel better. I want to be better, and I want to be around for my nieces and maybe future kids or whatever the case may be. I want to be here. Okay, so that's why I do this. And I pray for my health. And for me, I now see it's not wealth health, it's health wealth. I mean, like, I want to be around. If I'm around, I can make money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I shoot for. And that's just the realistic things within my life. But again, everybody's different. Everybody gonna see everybody may look at the same picture and see two different outcomes or whatever the case may be. But I'm just gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna keep it moving. Because that's what for me, I genuinely feel like that's what God wants me to do. I would want to say that's what he wants us all to do, but I can't speak for everybody. But I can only speak for myself, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to be positive as I do it. Believe me or not, I'm being so serious. Right? Hell yeah. Sorry for my language. I'm a Christian Christian. You ain't gotta apologize. I get it from my mama. My mama was a CC. My mama was the original CC, the Christian Christian. Okay. I said this since day one on my channel, just in case people want to say, "Oh, you contradicting yourself," or "you a hypocrite." I've heard that so many times. I've never not said that I don't use profanity. Do you think that my ass? I've worked in surgery on the payroll for 19 years now. Do you think that You think that surgeons, first assist, surgical technologists, sterile processing technologists, you think it could be environmental services within the OR? You think You think people they don't curse? A lot of us curse like sailors. Now I must say I'm not a sailor, but at the same time I'm just saying you use that language because you do it. It's an expression. It's an expression. You have some of the most brilliant Dr. Nazardin. Oh my gosh, will drop an F-bomb in a heartbeat. And now he's from my 600-pound life story. Look at the work this man doing. You think he don't get frustrated? You think he don't experience hardships? If you really feel like that's not the case, or if you're looking at everybody from a perspective like they're perfect, go right ahead. I can't tell you not to do that. But I know for a fact, I know that's not true because nobody is perfect. We all have flaws. And yes, I would say 90% of anybody in the operating room that is probably going to use profanity, but that doesn't make you a bad person. It's when you are doing this in a derogatory way to others and about others. But if you're doing it generalizing it just because, okay, maybe it's some frustration, you're like, damn, I can't get this screw in. That doesn't mean like, damn, this patient is stupid. No, it doesn't mean that. And if you know, you know. If you don't, I'll pray for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to say. I don't know. But no, it's just fine. It's just fine. But does that mean like people can come in and let's just curse each other out? No, like, and that's not what you do, Lulu. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't mean that. Some people, like, again, they run out of left field with certain things, or they take things like to a certain level, and it's like that's what we don't need to do. We need to be respectful of each other. We need to show compassion, and like I say, a lot of grace for yourself and others around you, and that makes for the world to be better, in my opinion. In my opinion, I think the world will be better like that. I will never talk. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It is if they don't like her, then why watch her? Right, Nunu? I never understood that. But see, that's all. You know what? I did a video about this. Those are what you call those secret fans. They are secretive fans. They really do love her. They really do. They want to. They be the first one to like, and Lord forbid anything would happen, but they'll be the first one to be like, oh my gosh. But then you talk so much mess about it. You did it so wrong. You talk about her children, you talk about her husband, her children, her mom, everybody this and that, but you miss her. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people, just be honest with yourself. Be honest with your feelings. Be honest with your emotions. Be honest with life. Like, it'll get you so much farther ahead, whether you just like, bottle everything up and try to just like hide everything. I'm not trying to say expose everything about you or something, but just be real. Be real. And there's so many people behind these screens, these devices, these keyboards that are just not real. They will never say these things to people and they will never say these things that people face like actually. And this is how I operate at work. So folks talk smack, right? And so I say some stuff and I'm like, well, I already told her this, or I told him this. They be like, Terrence, you said what? I said, hell yeah, I said. I said, I'm going to do it this way. You do it your way. I'm going against policy, procedure, standards, protocol. And if I'm respecting this patient, you better get the hell out of my damn face. You better go. You better get your ass on. and stop talking out the side of your neck to me. You better get on. And I don't have time for it. And that's why I know for a fact that part of me, I know for a fact that's why some people look at me and like, damn, Terrence is so nice, but he's very intimidating. I ain't never trying to come to work. I ain't never trying to come like you people live streams or whatever and be that. I'm going to be my authentic self. I don't know how to be anything else. This is not a script. Okay, I love to act and stuff, whatever, but I mean, I'm not on a set or of anything. This isn't Abbott Elementary. this is Terrence kind of thing, and I speak from the heart. That's why I stutter. You may see me stutter, spit, twitch, this, that, lose my train of thought, do this, because it's coming from the heart. It's coming from the heart. I'm not editing anything. I can edit, but this is not me editing. I don't need to edit real life. I'm speaking from my heart. I'm speaking from experiences. I'm speaking to you, not at you. You understand what I'm saying? You get it? You get it? That is why I always like your videos and always hit a like button. Thank you so much, Chef Tracy Carruthers. I appreciate you. I like Peach always. Yeah, I mean, I'm serious. And, I know you came up on the panel, Chef Tracy, and then you said, and we both agree with this. I mean, you got to agree with it. If you look at her from day one to now, her stories have never changed. I'm telling you right now, what I see in Peach is someone who definitely is hurting, okay, who has made some bad decisions just like I made bad decisions, who have made some great decisions just like I made great decisions, who is human just like I am. And I know for a fact all of you in here are human. Even the damn people in the background, y'all human. It may be some demonic human, but y'all humans though, nonetheless. At the end of the day, ain't nobody perfect. Stop judging people. Stop doing that. And especially, like I said, when people have been consistent with stories, because you probably got that friend, you probably got that person in the family who tell you a lie every damn day or tell you, or every week when you see them. It's like, you said you ain't had nothing, but then you said you got this check, but you said you ain't got no money. Like, they forget because how I call it and what I've learned over the years is that they are habitual liars. They lie so much that they even begin to believe it. And then it's almost as if they definitely have that narcissistic, those narcissistic vibes, but they're habitual liars to the point. Those are dangerous people because they lie so much they'll have you second guessing yourself. They lie so much they'll have you second guessing the truth. Think about that. Yeah, my movie Lindsay Lohan. Yeah, I love her. And again, that's somebody who and I followed her, watched her dad, her mom, and all that stuff, whatever. Same like with Brittany and like Josh and Drake and their stories and stuff. Y'all, people have been through so much. I don't care what skin complexion, how rich, how broke, whatever the case may be. A lot of people have gone through a lot of things, and obviously a lot of celebrities have gone through a whole lot. I do look at that because in a sense, it's like, man, I can relate to so much of this. Everything is not all glitter and gold, peaches and cream, Skittles and Starburst. Everything ain't always sweet. Lord knows I have been through a lot of hardship, a lot of things, a lot of backstabbing and all that. But again, I don't have to be bitter because of it. I'm stronger. I think I'm even sweeter because of it, because I know how I don't want to. I know how it feels to be mistreated and to be bullied. So why would I want to mistreat and bully others? I precepted this woman. I'm gonna put the phone down, y'all, and I'll get back to the comments. I precepted someone Friday, and so many, and she people talking, people doing this and stuff, and I don't talk smack about it. I tell her ass to her face, don't do that. And then I proceed to tell her why not to do it. I don't just say it because don't do it because this is how this you don't supposed to do that because so we all do it this way. That's not the right answer. I'll tell her don't do that. So we were doing. Let me just tell you what we were doing. Goddamn, should have hurt my ass. We were doing the case that we were doing. We were doing a let me get it right. We did a massive. We had a lipoma. We did an excision of a lipoma. This older guy, he's 74 years old. Not that old. My dad's 70. But he's 74 years old, and he had this massive lipoma Obviously, this has been growing on this man his entire life, right? Well, I should say his entire adult life. He had this massive lipoma to the point where he can't even turn his neck. I know he has dealt with it for quite some time, and he's Black American. He's dealt with it for quite some time. Never really got a checkup, but it got to the point where, as far as driving and just regular, like, range of motion now is obstructed. Like he can't the quality of life isn't there, right? He just can't do certain things. He is so much discomfort. So he finally obviously, goes into the office. They put this case on and we're doing it now. So interoperatively, we're doing the case. And like I said, I'm precepting her. She's a new hire here. I enjoy precepting. Like I said, I can be quite intimidating. I know I probably can be, but that's never my intentions. I just want to show and explain the right things, because I'm telling you guys, my right-handed God, I can toot my own horn, but I know for a fact I have helped establish some amazing healthcare providers in this world. Okay, I think, and that's what you do. Everybody, at the end of the day, be you a parent, a supporter, a content creator, somebody who works in surgery, somebody who works in cosmetology, somebody who works in at McDonald's, or a chef or whatever. We all are students, and we all are teachers at some point, or sometime in some instances, like simultaneously, we teach and we're being taught. But listen. So anyway, we were doing the case, and again, so on our field, we have laparotomy sponges, which are the big sponges, right, that soak up a lot of blood. And we have Raytex sponges that soak up blood, but not as much, and they're thin. Their Raytex are, let me show you this. Raytex are like paper thin. They're thin just like this. The labs are like really thick. They're thicker. So again, they soak up more blood. Now, again, this is a huge lipoma. You already know the incision is going to be massive. And sure enough, made an incision. The surgeon made the incision because it's a huge vascularized lipoma. That means that it's a lot of hemostasis, a lot of bleeding. So we have a bovine to coag, which is cut. Coag is bovine, it's burning, and cut obviously is cutting through the skin. So we make sure it's a lot of coagulation. So it's a lot of burning of those blood vessels, and because it's bleeding. And he keeps making the incision, and she does a good job. I precepted her for quite some time now, for about 2 months, but this girl keeps going to the back table and throwing these damn Raytex on this field. Because I'm sitting back, I'm watching her. I'm scrubbed in too, but I'm proctoring her, I'm precepting her. She's the preceptee, I'm the preceptor. She keep going to the back. Now, because what it is, I'm not just going to sit up here. I'm not going to let you fail. Never would I do that. I'm always going to be that backbone to any and everybody to the best of my ability. And that's why I say I would love, like, that's like laws of attraction. I would love for people to be my backbone when I need them. And I thank God that for the most part, that's really how it goes. But at the same time, she keeps grabbing these Raytex. Now, she knows what she is doing. She's very aware. She is. But the thing about it is she's still timid. She's still new to this, and I'm very patient. So, but I'm keeping count. I'm making sure there's nothing left in, because what it is, this is what I'm trying to say, y'all. It's a bigger incision, and you don't want those to get stuck and to be and then them to be inside. And then that's a huge no. That's a huge lawsuit, and we will never. And I can say that religiously, like, that will never happen on my watch. Okay, I ain't got nobody privileges. All right, but anyway, she keeps grabbing them, and the fourth one she grabbed, because when she grabbed and stuff, I make sure that when they do put it in, they take it out, because the doctors are just on another level. We are their backbone. We're their support. And we're to assist them, to give them what they need, to assist, to retract, to do all these things. And that's just what it is. And it comes with the more experience you have, the better that you are as an individual, in my opinion. But she keeps grabbing this, and I told I said, hey, we're gonna keep these Raytex, because we may need to make sponge sticks. He may want dissect with the ray tech every now and then, a finger dissection, to get, maybe tissue off of a vessel. Laps are a little bit too rough for that. Scissors may be a little too sharp, obviously, for that, and you just do finger dissection with a ray tech. But other than that, you don't need these ray techs on the field because these can be something that become a retained object, a retained substance in this part of the body because it's such a huge incision. The fourth one she put up, I said, I'm not gonna call her name out. I said, take them off. Put laps on the field. Well, why do I need to do that? I said, look at what you're doing. Look at where you're operating. And she does it. Oh, I understand. I said, make sure you do your homework and make sure you pay attention and make a wise decision. I kept telling her, make wiser decisions. You know what you're doing. Because I'm precepting you, and I ain't trying to be funny. I know I do a great job. If I don't do a great job, why the hell they keep putting me with her? Or why have I taught so many people over the years? They know what it is. Thank you so much, Gamma. Thank you for those. Thank you for those gifts. You're so sweet. You always coming in and being so amazing. Thank you so much. So, but why would they continue to put me with her? So I'm watching, and when she said, she said, because the incision is so big and they can get lost. I said, bingo, take them back. Keep them on the field, but don't keep them on your back, but don't put those ray techs on that field no more. And I said it just like that. And this woman I'm 38. This woman is every bit of, she just happened to tell me her age when she got 2 older kids. But she is 49. All right. So she's 11 years older than me. And very nice woman. I enjoy precepting and stuff, but this is the deal. I don't care if you're 20 doing this. I don't care if you're 64. I've had a lot of older people. I've had a lot. I'm sorry, older. Like I precepted people in their 60s. I've as young as people that are 20, 21. At the end of the day, I have the experience. I'm your preceptor. I'm going to show you what's right from my perspective and my experience. Okay, it's just like I said. If Michael Jordan himself showed you how to do a damn layup, you gonna sit up and say, "No, I got it. I don't need your help." Who in the right mind gonna say that? Somebody who's won like multiple national championships. You're gonna listen to him. I don't care who the hell you are. Like right now, Allen Iverson, Steph Curry, they listen to him. And they're like great athletes. LeBron James will listen. I never understood LeBron James. I was like, you got 2 first names, but anyway, he would listen, and he has looked up to him. He looked up to Michael Jordan. But my point is, who are you gonna listen to? I don't know everything about social media, but you're gonna listen to somebody who just popped on here, and then I tell you what you probably shouldn't be talking about. Or you can talk about COVID, but you need to be precise. You need to know the facts and not bring any pseudo. Don't bring any false things here because that's when you'll get in trouble. But when you know the facts and you understand the literature, you've read things and you can back these things up when you see that red dollar sign, that yellow dollar sign, and you see that and you can bring it to Google support attention. Just like that. Oh, we're sorry. We misjudged. This video is suitable to get to full monetization. It's just because you brought the damn receipts. You bought the facts. When you know the facts, you speak on the facts. But if you don't know, don't speak on it or don't say this. Understand what you can and what you cannot do. It's just that simple. She should have known, because I have shown her in the past, that you don't put ray techs on this field when you have this big incision. Now, that don't mean you got to throw them away, but just keep them, but don't have them on the actual operating field. And when I tell you it clicked that 4th time it clicked when I told her that, she never did it again. The other 2 cases we did were miraculous. They were awesome. And she did an amazing job. I had an amazing time with her. The doctor was so pleased. He thanked all of us. We had a great, excellent day. One of the best days I've had here thus far. And all it takes is for us to be patient, kind, direct, professional and get to the damn point. But my point is this: of all of this, people talk all this mess, right? I don't talk mess to her face. I mean, I don't talk mess behind her back. I go to her face. Now, I ain't trying to just say I'm talking mess, but I say to her, why do you keep doing that? Look at your field. What are you doing? You know better than that. That's how I speak to her. I'm not, oh, hey, you got a rate tech there. Take it back to, oh, it's okay, but just take hell to the no. Maybe the initial time, maybe the first 2 times, but now you know better, so do better. When you know better, do better. Somebody better say it. You better put amen in this damn comment. I'm saying you better put amen in the comments. If you know better, do better. If you don't, when you know better, why don't you do better? I don't understand that. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. If you know better, do better. So anyway, I can't speak on how she is with other people, but she now knows, and she had always known. Well, man, when Terrence is precepting me, he's teaching me this is what I got to do, and literally, honest to God, before she walked out, she says, now she's older, but she said she calls me Mr. Terrence, but I don't mind that because I call her. I say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir to everybody. I don't care if you're 21. It's a woman here. She's 78 years old. I say yes ma'am, no ma'am. It's a woman here she working here. She's 21 years old. Yes ma'am, no ma'am. I respect everybody. Now for people who say don't say man to me, that make me feel old. F you and your damn mama. I said it. Because you know damn well, you know my intention. You know I'm not trying to, I don't care for the fact to make you feel like you owe. I don't know you, ma'am. This is a respect thing. You know my intentions. You know that I've said this to everybody, and you also, as I talk, you know for a fact that I'm being professional and respectful. But so F the fact that you saying that, because that's dumb. I don't have time for that. Those people who do those things are seeking attention, and I don't have time for attention-seeking damn people. Period. Now, with all that being said, she said, thank you so much, Mr. Terrence. I've learned so much. I just enjoy working with you. I appreciate you. I said, I appreciate you as well. I said, you have an amazing rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next week. It's just that simple. Y'all, this woman who has only done this, literally, she has only done this for 3 months. I've been precepting her on and off for 2 months. She's only done this 3 months. I've done this on the payroll for 19 years now, okay? Now, if you want to add more years, I've done a lot of volunteer, a lot of pre-things in high school. We can add even more years to that. But she don't have the exposure, the knowledge that I have. There's a woman here who has 40 years. This woman got, honest to God, this woman got, what is it? 21 more years on me. Think about that. I mean, she got 21 more years of experience than I do. You think I'm not going to listen to this woman? You think I'm not going to? Now, let me tell you, this same woman one day came into the OR. She said, Terrence, now, do you mind if I show you this? Because I know what this doctor wants. I know what he does. I said, yes, ma'am. I said, yes, ma'am. Please tell me all that you know. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my right-handed guy, my nurse came in. And so he's really, really tall, real awesome guy. He says, Terrence, now you work with this doctor and you know exactly what he needs. I said, but yeah, she got no. I said, maybe, and I said also, and because he's new to the field too, he's only been a nurse for 1 year in the OR. I said, but see, here's the deal. Even though I made notes and I know a whole lot now about this doctor, but what if I missed something? What if that was my blessing for God to give me a little reinforcement? Because the woman she wasn't being nasty. She wasn't being very, like, she wasn't like extra. She was just telling me what she knows, and she does a great job. But maybe one thing that she probably, now I must say everything she told me I knew, but it could be a day when I'm always on my A game, but maybe I forget something, and she comes in and it would be a great reminder to me about what I need, and that's fine. That's the deal too. Give people grace. Give people approach stuff with patience. I don't know how to say that, like, so people understand, but approach stuff with grace and patience and compassion and passion, and understand that, and pray before you go into work, or you do a live stream. Pray, or just pray, and allow God to give you the sense and the knowledge that you need, right? Because honestly, if people come in, I ain't gonna lie, Lord knows, like, they talking about you, they do this. I mean, it's inevitable. People gonna do that. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be ready for all that craziness. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna sit up here. I'm not gonna let certain people, or just say there's anybody, distract me to the point where I'm missing out on my blessings. So again, this is a blessing, and this is maybe a test, maybe a lesson. But this woman coming in, I'm gonna say, yes, ma'am. Please tell me everything. I never say I didn't know nothing. And I think in a sense she knows that I don't. She knows that I know what I'm doing. I mean, clearly I worked with a doctor for quite some time, but at the end of the day, she doesn't. She's PRN, so she's asked. She comes probably like once or twice a week. So we don't really work together as much, but she knows me. But I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna be graceful. I'm gonna be grateful. I'm gonna be thankful. And she did help. She helped. I don't. Let me tell you this. Look, I don't approve of all. I turn down some people because I'm like, in my head, I see how you work. I know you know what the hell you're doing, and you're not dependable. Oh my gosh, do I know that? But the people who are dependable and know what they're doing, I receive all of it, even if I know exactly what I'm doing. I don't have to say, oh, I know that already. And that's what I tell these students. That's what I tell these new hires. Don't ever have that mindset, because if somebody who's been doing this for almost 2 decades, if I don't have that mindset, you can never have that mindset. You can't. It doesn't matter if you know this or you don't. You don't have to be an ass to people who really truly are helping you. And even for the people who come in and they're not as, let me say this, put together or not as good. You don't have to be disrespectful to them. You can be like, you know what? No, I got it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for coming in. I've said that to a Nurse Friday as well. I know for a fact you don't really work with this doctor. You really are not going to be that much of assistance to me, but I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't need your help. Get out. I hear that too. I'm never going to be, that's not me. Again, I stay in my lane. I focus on Terrence. But if people want to do that, people can do that. I'm not going to do that to people, because I don't want to be talked to like that. And I don't think that's right. Let me get to the comments. Y'all know I get to talking. And I'm so passionate about what I'm saying. It's Gamma's World. Thank you so much for all those gifts. Thank you for coming in, you guys. It's Gamma's World is also a channel member. She's one of C's Awesome Butterflies. I really do love and appreciate her. She's so awesome. Y'all check out her channel. Check out each other's channels. I know a lot of you guys are supporters. But let's just love them. Let's just love on each other. Gamma, I got some I got my version of iced caramel coffee with some whipped cream on it. I don't know if you can see that. I got the whipped cream in there. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm gonna do this here. Hold on. If I can get some on the straw. It's so good. And it's low carb. Your experience could have more. Your experience could have more time in, despite their age. Absolutely, it does, and that's how it works. Like for instance, but at the end of the day, I feel like if people. Even people that's been doing this for like 50 years, there's some people that really have. I don't know if I'm gonna do it for 50 years, but it's people who's done it for 50 years, 40 years. But if they still learn from somebody like myself, or somebody even, for somebody who's done it for 5 years, because you know what, especially the medical field, it constantly is changing. If they can learn from somebody who has 1/5 of their experience, well, shouldn't I be able to learn from, shouldn't somebody be able to learn from me, despite, like, if they have it or they don't? My point is, we can learn from everybody. Can learn from everybody. even if it's what not to do. That's what I'm saying. But I know what you're saying, and I love how the fact you said amen. Thank you so much, Gamma. Nunu says, amen. Thank you, Nunu. Um, you would make a great father whenever you have children. Oh, Nunu, thank you so much for saying that. Nunu, I know you probably don't know this, but Lord knows I bring this up, ever so often and stuff. Um, but my dad was like, it just wasn't your time, and don't stress about that. But my ex, who cheated on me, she actually, she had a miscarriage, and that would have been my first child. But she had a miscarriage, and like it just wasn't meant to be. But I'm not gonna give up on that. I would love to have children, one day, and yeah, if it's in God's will. But that was such a sad. I mean, obviously it was physically and just emotionally like painful for her, but y'all, it's just as painful for the man, depending on, because I feel like from certain perspectives with men, like if they're happy about that or if they're involved in stuff, because I must say, it is a little different, depending on how depending on who that man is. But me, I was just like I was like freaking so excited. Like I don't know. I love kids, and it shows. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact. Like even my nieces and nephews, like Uncle Terrence, even they say you'll be an amazing father, and we just can't wait, till you have kids. I'm like, oh my gosh, it just, if it's in God's will, it would be just, y'all. I'm telling you, that would be so amazing. It's so amazing. I'm sorry, it'd be great, and that was such a hard time for me. But then like months and months and months passed after that, and why did she do that? I don't know, but I'm not trying to live in the past. But it's just like, why would you do that? It's just so I don't know. It's something that you'll never really understand. But thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. It's a slot machine. Hello, hi Simon. Thank you for coming in. You said yum. I love whipped cream. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Now this is the Great Value brand, and it has 2 carbohydrates per serving, and every serving is 2 tablespoons. And I didn't have 2 tablespoons worth. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? So it's really good. But I've been eating the whip top and the Great Value brand for a long time. Right? They would have continued education units to get yearly if there was nothing new to learn. Absolutely. Now I must say, I've recertified for 2 of my licenses and then 2 of my certificates, but I got 2 more to do, and it's just money. They just want your money. but no, you do. There are a lot of new things to learn. I'm sorry for your loss. It's okay. No, that's all right. I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay, Nunu. It's sad. It still is sad, but it's all right. I think about my sisters. I think about my mom, my aunt, and they've all experienced like miscarriages and um that, and I think like wow, they all have had like healthy children afterwards. So what, it's just not meant to be. That's how I look at it. It is sad, but it's just not meant to be. It's a time and place for everything. It is. Like I was talking to a patient. Was it Tuesday? It had to be like Tuesday. Was it Monday or Tuesday? It was Tuesday because the first was Wednesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday, and we didn't have that many cases, but she was in the OR and she was with it. She was with it. She was like, "Would you believe it?" She's 52. She was like, "Would you believe it? I told you I have a 9 year old right now." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, she got a 9 year old and she's 52 years old." Now she's not old, but typically, like I guess when you're 50 something, it's almost like that would you'd have a grandson, that age. But she has a son, but she looks good. She said 80 number the number. She was like, there are some parents out here who had that's 52 with children that's 30 or 20 something. and they're not active. They ain't in they were never in their children's lives, but she was like, I'm very active, and I was like, wow. And it's just hearing those things, it just shows you that I feel like women does have they got a time limit. Men necessarily don't, but women do. But at the end of the day, you can it's things have changed. Times have changed. You can have children at a later age, and there's so many different things you can do. And men and women alike are just having newborns, and they're like in their late 40s and 50s and stuff, whatever. So you just never know. But again, it is crazy to see some of the younger moms who the kid want to go running around, and I'm like, why aren't you outside running around with them? Why don't you want to go out there with them? You're young. And then you got some of the older, like the grandparents and stuff. I'm like, they doing all this ripping and running and all this, and I'm like, it just things are just not what they seem, or not as you would like. I'm speaking about me. I just wouldn't expect those things. I would think that it would be the other way around. But you just never know. You never know. But thank y'all for coming in here. I gotta get off of here, y'all. I gotta do, time gets away from me and stuff. I got so much other things to do today, and I want to get to the tennis court, and gotta get those steps in. I want to get out into the world. Thank y'all for spending some time with me. It's been so amazing. Thank you again to Sean for becoming one of T's Awesome Butterflies. I'm very grateful, very, very, very grateful for you. Thank you, Is Gamma's World. You always coming in and showing love. Thank you for the gems. Thank you, those gifts. It's so sweet. Thank y'all for being just such awesome, listeners and engagers. Thank y'all so much for all that you do. It means a lot to me. This food, my breakfast, this was amazing. This was so good. Like, honestly. It's delicious. Thank y'all. If you haven't already, subscribe. I know there's people in the background that don't want to talk, but y'all subscribe to the channel. We are now on the road to 300K. We'll get there slowly but surely in due time. Thank y'all so much for all that you do. Remember, don't stop, can't stop, won't stop, and we're butterflies. Even though those are dragonflies behind me, but we're butterflies. We fly above all negativity. We're all things positive. We have an infinite amount of possibilities. So therefore, we can do whatever we put our minds to. Okay, you guys never say that you can't do something. All right, you can do whatever you want to do. Just kind of, just have faith. And keep pushing, keep moving forward. Okay, keep rising to the top, and you don't stop. Thank y'all so much. I will see y'all later. Just look out for some shorts because I'm gonna be dancing. Thank y'all. I feel like it's too late for me to have kids. Oh no, I don't. You know what? I don't think so. I know you said you're 38 too. No. I know you can get checkups and things like that. Now, some people just can't have children, but I wouldn't necessarily say that. I wouldn't say that. Trust me. I've seen some things, especially working in surgery. But you never know. Especially if it's something you want to do. God is showing us that miracles happen every day. But also, there's still other things out there and stuff. I commend people for adopting and just all types of things. It's a lot of things out there in the world. Oh wait, you're 36. Yeah, I'm 38. You're 36, Lulu. You told me this already. LOL. Thank you so much. Oh my God, Lulu, you're young. You're young. I just told you that there's like women having babies late 40s, early 50s, and you never know. I think the main thing is as far as health, health, and you never know. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all for being in here, honestly. Oh my gosh, I've been on for 2 hours. Okay, thank y'all. I'm gonna go now. Bye. Have a very, very blessed rest of your Saturday, and I'll see y'all later. Okay. Bye bye.